Hello, welcome to Bruce Springsteen Guitar Lessons. Today's lesson is going to be Kingdom of Days from Working on a Dream. Thanks very much to subscribe star David Coleman for the request. Hello and welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that walkthrough. So now what we're going to do is go through all the individual parts. Okay, so this song's in the key of F major. It temporarily transposes to G major in the guitar solo and also a little bit of E flat major in the guitar solo as well. So you need a capo on fret 3 here. Okay, and the tempo is roughly 114 BPM. Okay, so what we'll do first is just go through the chords. Okay, so we've got E minor 7. First finger, second fret A, middle finger, second fret D, little finger, third fret B. Really nice chord there. E major, first finger, first fret G, middle finger, second fret A, third finger, second fret D. Okay, then you've also got D over F sharp. First finger, second fret, low E, middle finger, second fret G, little finger, third fret B. Block out the A string and the high E. If you take your first finger off, you've then got a D5 chord. great chord. You can strum from the A or the D there. And then you add your third finger on the third fret of the low E. Got a really nice G sus2 chord. Take your middle finger off. Got a G5, open power chord. Block the A, block the high E, same with the G sus2. Okay, and then if you leave your little finger there, so a lot of chords with your little finger here. Bruce likes to play, there's a lot of acoustic versions where you can see him playing these types of chords. Middle finger, 2nd fret D, and that's now an A7 sus4 chord, strum from the A string, and then third finger, 2nd fret B, that's now an A7 chord. Okay, and then you've got an A chord, where you also, when you bar the 2nd fret, just middle 4 strings here, block that one, any A chord strum from the A string, then add the third finger, you've got an A sus4 chord. Then if you put your middle finger, 2nd fret D, third finger, 2nd fret G, you've got an A sus2 chord. Okay, and then you've also got an A major 7 chord. The guitar solo, first finger, 1st fret G, and then basically it looks like an A7 chord with your first finger added. It's A major 7. We've also got a B minor chord. Because of the capo, it's actually technically a D minor. We're just going to do everything with the capo on in terms of shapes. So bar the 2nd fret from the A string, middle finger 3rd fret B, third finger 4th fret D, little finger 4th fret G. Then C major, first finger 1st fret B, middle finger 2nd fret D, third finger 3rd fret A. Okay, then that's in the guitar solo section. They also got an F over C, so you can leave your third and your first fingers there. Move your middle finger to the 2nd fret G, and then add your little finger to the 3rd fret D, and then bar the B and the E strings on the 1st fret. So that's F over C. So there's 15 chords there, but a lot of them are kind of just variations of the same kind of chord. So slightly, there are some variations there, but yeah, really nice sounding chords. Not too complicated to play, but sound fantastic. Cool. What I'll also do is put the song structure up on the screen now. So hopefully you'll make sense of all of that. There's no split bars in this particular song, which is good. And then we've also got that second line of the third chorus. Just remember that's 3 times of that. Cool. So let's go through the intro first. So what we're going to do is this common strumming pattern where we've used in probably at least half of a lot of the Bruce songs, which is the down, down, up, miss, up, down, up. Again, you know, if you're into other artists apart from Bruce, this song is in so many other bands. It's just a really common strumming pattern. So 1 crotchet or quarter notes, that's 1 beat. 6 quavers or 8th notes, half a beat each, but then one of them is tied on the start of beat 3. So it's down, down, up, miss, up, down, up. So counting wise, you've got 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Cool. So the intro, E minor 7, D over F sharp, and then G sus2. I'll probably start this off quite quietly and get louder, tie that into the next bar, and then go 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. So that whole of the intro, E minor 7, D over F sharp, G sus2, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Cool. So then we've got the verses. So in terms of the first and the second verses are the same. Okay. First and third verses are the same. Okay. So let me play the first and the third verse. It's D5 for 2 bars. That's it for D5 for 2 bars. G sus2 for 2 bars, A7 sus4 for 1 bar, A7 for 1 bar, D5, then A7 sus4. That's the first and the third verses. The only difference in the second and the fourth verse is that the second bar is a D over F sharp rather than a D5. Okay, so I'll play the second verse, which is also the same as the fourth. D5, D over F sharp, G sus2 for 2 bars, A7 sus4, A7, D5, A7 sus4. Cool, and then we'll go on to the first chorus. So the first chorus, we've got G5, D over F sharp, B minor, G sus2, E minor 7, D over F sharp, and then G sus2, 2 bars. I'll do that one more time. First chorus, G5, D over F sharp, B minor, G sus2, E minor 7, D over F sharp, G sus2 for 2 bars. Cool, then you've got the third and fourth verses, second chorus. So the only difference we've got here is the for the second chorus, only difference between the second chorus and the first chorus is the second bar is different, and also it repeats the E minor 7 to D over F sharp bit. So I'll show you what it means. So the first 2 lines of the second chorus and the first chorus are pretty much the same apart from the second bar. Okay, so you've got G5, A7 sus4, B minor, G sus2, E minor 7, D over F sharp, G sus2 for 2 bars, and then E minor 7 again, D over F sharp. So very similar, 1 bar different, and then 2 bars added on. Cool. And then in the middle 8 section, it looks like you've got something slightly strumming wise. It sounds like it's a slightly different strumming pattern here. So I call this strumming pattern 1, where you're going to go 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. So most of my guitar pupils will teach this. This is their first proper strumming pattern. Really common. It sounds fantastic. So you've got G5. And what it is a 2-beat pattern, which is a downstroke followed by down up. Counting wise, it's 1 crotchet, a quarter note, 2 quavers or 8th notes. Okay, 1, 2, and. Okay, and then double it to make a whole bar. So 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. We do that for 2 bars. B minor for 2 bars. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and then it sounds like a little bit of crescendo, A sus4, downstrokes, 1, so quavers or 8th notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Cool. And then basically you're going to do the same sort of thing strumming wise that you did in the verses and the choruses. And we're now going to do the guitar solo chords. Again, so this transposes, very clever songwriting technique. It just goes up a tone and actually temporarily goes to E flat major, I think. When you play the C chord and the F chord, okay? Cool, so I'll go through the chords behind the guitar solo. So don't forget, all guitar solos are done on Subscribestar or Patreon, ideally Subscribestar, and then normally out the day after. So complete guitar solo tutorial will be on Subscribestar and Patreon the day after. Normally these videos are on YouTube, okay? Cool, and if you want an extra tab popping up on the screen while I'm doing this bit, you can get those on Subscribestar and Patreon as well. So chord charts and things like that. So what I'll do, go through the chords and the guitar solo. So 2 bars of E, 2 bars of A sus2, D5 for 2 bars, A major 7, oops, 2 bars of that, back to E, 2 bars, A sus2, D5, 2 bars again, A major 7 for 1 bar, C for 1 bar, F over C for 1 bar, and then you get that crescendo build up, A sus4 to A, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Cool, so the third chorus is kind of an amalgamation of the first and the second choruses, and you've got sort of bits done twice, etc. So I'll play, again, same strumming pattern, I'll play the third chorus all the way through. So you've got G5, D over F sharp, B minor, G sus2. Now the next line is on 3 times, so G5, A7 sus4, B minor, G sus2, so another 2 rounds of that. A7-sus4, B minor, G-sus2, one more round of that, oops, G5, A7-sus4, B minor, G-sus2, E minor 7, D over F sharp, 2 bars of G-sus2, E minor 7, D over F sharp, G-sus2, then back to D over F sharp, E minor 7, D over F sharp, and two bars of D, one of them is just strumming, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's actually quite a simple song. There's a lot of strings. I really went to town on the strings and hope you enjoyed the backing track that I made for this one. Again, if you need any backing tracks, tabs, or guitar profiles, I make this in Guitar Pro. You can get them on the website, jsmusicschool.co.uk. Just go into the Bruce shop there, or the Subscribestar. So files are sent off for Subscribestar on the 3rd of every month to your email address. Cool, so yeah, so that's, I mean, the acoustic part's pretty straightforward there. So for the electric part, if you want to get that, you'll be able to get the tab for that. It's pretty much the same kind of rhythm, the down, down, up, up, down, up, but just with picking, okay? So just give you an example, you're pretty much using the same chords. We're going to go for the D. I suggested something like this. It sounds like this. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that's the D5. 1 down up. So 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So alternate picking. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Lit tie. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And G-sus2 do the same kind of thing. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. If you catch my drift, yeah. So same quavers or eighth notes, half a beat each. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So I've done that on the backing track and I've tabbed it all out in Guitar Pro and PDF obviously format. So yeah, hopefully you'll find that useful. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Any questions or comments, let me know in the comments section below. Actually, I had quite a good fun making this one. The backing track, again, when you record something like this, you can really get into it. Because I wasn't actually not a huge fan of this album, but some great songs on it, and actually you get a deeper appreciation of some of these songs when I record it like this, which is great. So thanks, David, for requesting this one. Please give it a thumbs up if you haven't already, and subscribe and hit that bell icon for notification. If you haven't already, give it a big thumbs up as well. Thanks very much. See you next time. Cheers. Bye. If you'd like to get Guitar Pro files, tab PDFs, backing tracks from any of these tutorials, head over to either the Subscribestar page or my website, jsmusicschool.co.uk. Remember to subscribe and hit that bell icon for notifications. Thanks very much. See you on the next one.